Hello, my lovely friends. I hope everybody is doing well. I just got home. I had to go buy more wood. We will see who arrives first. If you're watching the replay, I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Who will be the first? I don't know. There's somebody here. Welcome in. How are we doing? Votes on who will be the first to arrive or say hello. Welcome, welcome, my friends. Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o. Hello, my friends. How are we doing? Who is here? 3 people here. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. What's going on tonight? Double tap that screen. Thank you. Welcome in. Nobody? What? Nobody wants to be first? Come on, guys. Aspen's waiting. Dwayne! How are ya? I just went and picked up all that wood. And I still have to paint it. How are we doing? How are we doing? Aspen wants to sit on the drop cloth. Aspen! What are you doing on Mama's cloth? Huh? Everybody double tap the screen. Bamba. Hi, how are ya? You're doing good? That was good as I can do, as I can be. Abigail. How you doing? I'm doing good. I just got home. I've been running all day. Hello, hello. Welcome in. I had to go. Well, we're working on doing my trim now. There's Aspen, my puppy. She is a sable 10-month-old German Shepherd. What are you stressed about? Welcome in, welcome in. We are working on trim. You want to see what it looks like so far, guys? School? What about school? Why is school stressing you out? You're too young to be stressed. Too young to be stressed about school. There's Remy. She says hi. Remy says hi. Aspen says hi. We got, these ones are painted already. That's the chunky look that I'm having done. We still have to do the bottom one. We got this part done. I still have to paint the door. We only got half of the door done. All my classes, and I entered 2 writing competitions. One, you're writing a poem and you have to write informational paper about independence. Leo! How do you like my chunky look? My chunky look. I ran out of wood, so I didn't get to finish the bottom, but got the top done. Well, I still gotta do a lot of stuff, but we got the basics done. It's pretty cool, isn't it? That's the exact look I wanted. Chunky, modern chunky. That's what I named it. It doesn't have a name. Hi, Priscilla. How are you? Welcome in. That's what it's gonna look like. I just got done picking up more wood in my Tesla, so I had it hanging out 4 feet out of the back of my truck. You looking for a boyfriend? Well, you came to the wrong place. Go to the dating site if you want to date. The dating site is the best place to find a boyfriend. So that's what's going on here. And I have to paint, but I'm just relaxing for a while first. Okay, Dwayne. How old are you? Where are you from, Priscilla? That might help. How old are you? Where are you from? What are you like? Dwayne, join us. We're all weird and crazy. You working on your poem right now? Wow. Awesome. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Can you tell me about it? Yeah, tell me about it. AV, hi, how are you? Hello. That's why I said too many. It's okay, Dwayne. Dwayne, what have you been up to? You haven't been in here very much lately. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Where are you? What have you been doing? Namaskar? Well, namaskar. I don't know what that means. Paul. Rain in February? Well, it's better than snow, right? Is it raining? It's supposed to be raining, but I don't think it started yet. Leave it. Come on. Right up here. Aspen, come. You've been working on your stereo equipment? What are you doing to your stereo equipment? What kind of stereo? I'm in America. I'm in America, Minnesota. You're in central Minnesota and it's raining? Are you sure? Are you sure, Paul? Why you have capital letters, Abigail? It's about kids comparing themselves to popular kids, showing them they don't have to go through too much pain to be like them when it's easier to just be you. Well, that's a good message. Lester, what's up? I mean, the popular kid depends on what age you're talking about. What age group are you talking about? Oh my goodness. It was? Oh, well, I haven't been outside for a while. I haven't been outside. I had to go pick up all this wood, lumber. I had to pick up all the lumber. So I just got home not too long ago. But I never had any raindrops on my head. You buy old vintage receivers and try to restore them? Oh, that's cool. That is cool. You're going to be posted around the school? You're in high school? Okay. Not much. Eating dinner? What are you eating, Lester? What are you eating? You know what I did? I went and had Mexican, and it was delicious. I don't know what it was. It's kind of like skirt steak, but it was pork. Pork skirt steak kind of thing. Very thin, chewy. Yep. I have a chunky look I'm making. A chunky look. Me and a friend are doing it. Me and one of my friends. He's helping me. I figured something like that and a higher chance of winning because it needs to be talked about. Well, that's pretty cool. Junk food, candy and stuff? Oh, you're not having dinner? What kind of candy did you get, Lester? I should go get some candy. I haven't had candy in a while. You're making me want some sugar. Hamburger helper? Makes a great meal. What kind? Do you know you can make homemade hamburger helper for a lot less price? A lot less cost and it tastes better? Double cheeseburger? Yeah. You have 5 stereo receivers right now and only use one at the time? The rest are putting in storage. Okay. Awesome. I used to have I used to have like a big Pioneer system, but I got rid of it all. And I bought a Bose. I had a Bose Acoustimas. I think it was Acoustimas 5. Bose Acoustimas 5. Does that sound familiar? It had like 4 little speakers and then a big bass box. But when I went to the Bose store, about 8 years ago now, they had these really cool radios. And you can listen to any station in the whole United States. Well, not even I think it's in the whole world. So you can listen to any radio station you want to program in there now. And it's all Wi-Fi. So I got rid of my Pioneer system. Zachary, what are you talking about? A lull? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. What do you think of mosquitoes? Wow. Bzz. They buzz in your ear. What do you mean? I mean, give a descriptive answer. Bzz. La 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 la. La la la. I mean, how many more should we block? Come on, guys. Let's be appropriate in the chat. We want to have fun. We don't want to have to block everybody that comes and says hello. What's everybody doing tonight? You missed me? Well, come see me more often. My favorite bands, Kenwood, especially the old receivers from the 70s and 80s, like from the cars. Kenwood, is it Kenwood's car stereos? Or are you talking about home stereo systems or car stereo systems? Are you sleepy, Lester? Were you busy all day? I've got to paint, but I haven't even started yet. I don't really want to. I don't really want to paint tonight, so I'll probably wait till tomorrow morning. Mm-hmm. You laid in bed all day? Why do you want to go to bed already then? Why do you want to go to bed already? I wanted to come on and see what you guys were up to, see how your day was. Check in. I've been coming on mostly almost every evening now. Every morning, every evening. To see what you guys are doing. They make car stereos and house stereos. Oh, Kenwood does? I guess nowadays do people really buy them still? Because everything is Bluetooth now, right? I don't even know. I went to look at the home stereo systems and I decided not to get one, but to get a receiver from Bose. Hey, Belle, how are ya? So I got a Bose. I mean, the stereo looks small. Let me show it to you. Let me show you what I traded on my whole big system off for. This. It's dirty right now. But it goes on an app and you can get any station in the whole, I don't know if it's United States or the whole world. That's it. And you can hear this clear as day all over my whole entire house. And it's just a little baby stereo radio. You got 5 meats for $25? What are you up to, Bill? We're talking about stereo systems. When you were younger, did you have a big stereo system? I think we all did. That was the most important thing. You know, it didn't matter what kind of car you had as long as you had a cool stereo. Uh-oh. I just put jalapeno juice in my eye. I had jalapenos tonight on my tacos. Tommy, it was a staple to have a nice stereo. I had a little Camaro, like a little gray Camaro. And I also had a Toyota 4x4 pickup. I had a little four-wheeling Toyota 4x4 pickup. And of course, I had great stereo systems in both. And at home, I had a Pioneer system with a Bose Acoustimas speaker system. Toppers! I'm good. How are you? Are you okay? You aren't ever on at night? I am on every night for the last 4 nights, Toppers. I used to come online every single night, but I just kind of quit because I was coming online too much. But now, was fussing and fighting with YouTube not working? YouTube wouldn't let you in. When I first got home, YouTube wouldn't let me in if I pushed the home button, but if I pushed my profile picture, it worked. So, I don't know what happened to YouTube. They were having a little bit of issues for a little while, I guess. You didn't notice? What? Toppers! Coming in here complaining about what I am doing instead of what I'm not doing. Yeah, I've been live for 4 days in a row. I have a set of those Bose Cube speakers, so where you can turn one direction. Yep. Those what I had. You know what I did with them? I threw them in the garbage. Really, Razz? Yeah, I did. I just threw them in the garbage. I probably could have sold them, but they were like 25 years old. Yeah, you turn them different directions and they can bounce off the walls or whatever. You got a stereo in your bedroom and in your bathroom and your bedroom? I don't have one in my bathroom, but my Bose system, you can hear it in the whole house. I have a 5-bedroom house. No matter what room you're in, you can hear the music plain as day. Sandra, hello. The Song of a Gun finally let me in. Oh, the son of a gun. Well, I'm glad you could come in the live stream. How was your day today? Did you have a good day? Did everybody have a good day? It's going. I just got home. You got a sound design stereo in my room? I've never heard of sound design. That's cool. You were having the same problem? You got an Alpine system in your car? Lucky. The Alpines were the most expensive. I think I had quite a few cars when I was in high school. I kind of traded my cars off quite often. I had a lot of cars. You need to put some tunes in your bedroom? Yeah, you need tunes in your bedroom, Leo. My day was good. I had a decent day. I worked on trim, and then I had to go buy more wood. So I just got home from buying more wood. No matter how much power you sent to him. What? What do you mean? No matter how much power you sent to him? Sent to who? What are you talking about? It's freaking cold. It hailed on you? It's hailing over there? Oh my goodness. Right now, here it's 46 degrees out. 48 degrees. It's 48 degrees. How did you like my trim? Do you like it? I hope everybody loves it. Weekend was great. I had jury duty. Did you get chosen, Leo? Did you get chosen? They're like, oh, this guy seems pretty legit. We're going to use him. You got to go back there tomorrow, Leo? Mr. Handsome, what's up? You like it? Thank you. It's a little different, right? It's different than what most people have. Have you ever sold the car, take it out? It's worth a lot of money. If I ever sell the car, take the stereo out? Is that what you're saying? 33.6 degrees here? No, I did get chosen. You did get chosen? I told you how to get out of it, but you didn't do it. Oh, you didn't get chosen? You didn't get chosen. Because you're too opinionated or what? That's what's with me. They're like, you're out of here. You're out. I'm like, what? Where is he? Where is he? I had jury duty 2 times. And both times they would not let me be on the jury. I'm like, come on, I want to be on the jury. But I'm very opinionated. Yeah. They ask you all these questions and you just like, it's either absolutely yes or absolutely no. There's no question. No question about it. Stop sending me your junk. Donna, you wish I sent you my junk because I don't have any junk. I don't have any junk. Here in Humboldt County, trim takes a whole different meaning. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? Did you see my trim bill? Those little Bose speakers? BOSE. Were good no matter how much power you sent. Oh, yeah, they were very good. Yeah, the best speakers you can buy. At that time, they were the best speakers you can buy. Boot? What is it? Humboot? Humboot? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. You never report. Well, you have a reason to not, Lester. You don't have to be in jury duty. Your guardian takes care of that for you. Your guardian should be the one taking care of your paperwork if you ever get chosen for jury duty. They don't want, you don't have to stress about jury duty. You don't have to stress about it. I was telling them if they ever sell the car, take the stereo out. Not in today's world. I mean, they don't even have a my stereo system is built into my computer in my car. I was telling them if they ever back in the day, we used to take the faces off of our Bill is in California. Right by the redwood trees. Shar, what's up? He's by the redwood trees. How you doing, Shar? How's your day going? I didn't get chosen because I stood up when it was my turn to speak. I told them my situation that I have split custody of my kids and I had no one to pick them up from school, so they opted me out. Really? You didn't say some crazy things about the case? That's what I do. I say some crazy things about the case. Some people are just too opinionated and they can't be on a jury duty because they can't be open to make decisions. The mind is already set before you hear anything. No, just no? Okay. Well, there it is. You've done jury duty before? I was 21, so glad I didn't have to do it this time. Was it a big case, a long one? I had a pretty serious case that I was supposed to be jury duty for. There is what it's gonna look like. I didn't have enough pieces though to finish any part of it. I didn't have a long enough piece on the bottom. Thank you, Lester. Corey wanted me to paint that door and to get working on these, but I just don't feel like it. Oops, no time to do it tonight. The old pullout, yeah. And then they went from the pullouts, then they went to the face, pull off the face of the stereo. Yeah, I remember all that. There's no rain here yet. Do you want to go outside? Oh, it's too windy. Holy, it's windy out there. Yes, you can have a speech impediment. What you can't have is a very strong opinion. A very strong opinion. They don't want you to have a strong opinion. They want you to be able to listen to all the facts before you make your opinion. So, if you ever don't want to be on jury duty, have a very strong opinion. However, jury duty is a good thing. We should be very lucky that we get to be on jury duty. But sometimes I was running a pretty big company, and I couldn't really have the time off to go on jury duty because I didn't have enough workers. So I had to get out of it pretty easily, and it was pretty quick that I got out of it. Jason, what's up? How are you? Your attic door sticks? Oh, what do you have up in the attic? Do you have things up in the attic, Lester? Do you ever go up there? Do you ever go in the attic? Probably should turn the light on so you can see. I got my sweatshirt on. It's pretty cold outside. I'm doing good. I've been working on trim. We cut the boards on this trim, but the when I had my new window, my new door installed, they didn't look at, I got paint on me. They didn't make it very flush to the wall, so I have to like fix it. So we got the boards cut for the trim, but the wall needs to be fixed first. Yeah. So what else is going on, guys? Anything else? What did everybody do today? Thank you for tapping the screen. Yes, I only have half a floor in my attic. Really? Sab Trader, welcome in. How you doing? Do you know me? Amber, hello. What's up? Not too much is going on. We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out. I just got back from the store. And I'm supposed to be painting right now, and I just don't feel like it. I should do it, though. Do I remember Carrie? I don't remember if I knew. I don't remember Carrie. YouTube crashed earlier when I first tried to start. When I first tried to come on, it wouldn't let me in the live stream. But when I would push my home button, it wouldn't let me in the live stream. But if I push my profile picture, it popped me right in. So I don't know. I wasn't online most of the time because I was shopping at the store. I had to go buy wood, and then I had to, the wood was hanging 4 feet out of my car. Don't forget to tap the... Oh, I forgot to go to YouTube class today. I skipped class today, too, by accident. You changed your name, but I used to be in your stream all the time. Well, I'm glad you came back. What was your name? Carrie? I'm glad you came back to hang out with us. We had it insulated blown. Oh, insulation blown in. You think everybody had? Yeah, I think maybe Carrie Larson. Well, awesome. Well, I'm glad you're back, Carrie. How have you been? What have you been up to? How have you been? I quit coming live in the evenings for a long time, but I'm back now. I've been coming live every evening now. I'm going to be traveling again soon. Something came up, though, that I have to stay home for a little bit longer. And so that's why I'm working on my trim right now. So we're working on putting the trim around my windows. I did a remodel of my house. I knocked down a whole bunch of walls. So now we got to order a door for that closet, put trim around the doors, all the things. If you haven't seen my new dog, if you used to watch me, this is my new dog. She's 10 months old. I picked her up right in July. Her name is Aspen. She's named after the aspen trees. My favorite thing to do is to go hiking in the mountains near the aspen trees, so I named her Aspen. Lester, were you the one that went to the Night to Shine prom last weekend? Yes, he is. I remember someone mentioning it, but I forgot if it was you. It was Lester, yep. And he looked handsome in his pictures. You'll have to go look at his pictures. He looked pretty handsome. All right, thanks for stopping in, Dwayne. I appreciate it. You're going to go back and watch Chicago Fire? Good night, Dwayne. Thanks for stopping in. They only put plywood, half of it. Have to walk on a thin board to open my window up there in the summer. Oh my goodness, be careful. She's a girl. She's a girl. Her name is Aspen. Yeah, she's doing pretty good. She's a good little girl. She loves to play toys. RV Lifestyle, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome in. We're just lounging. It's okay. Aspen is a girl. Remy is a girl. Both of my dogs are girls. She is so sweet, Char. What's the other one's name? Remy. Remy and Aspen. They're both girls. Most people name their boy dogs Remy, but I wanted my dog to be named Remy. Good night, Dwayne. I hope to see you soon. Come back. Don't wait so long to come back. My dog's name is Aspen and Remy. I have 2 dogs. This is Aspen. She's 10 months old. You're watching Series 24? What is Series 24? I don't even know. Shar, I don't even know what that means. RV Lifestyle, thank you for becoming a scout. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, RV. How you doing? Aspen Lightyear. Is this Alrian? Alrian. Woohoo, let's go for the scout vibes. Thank you. Camera, what about the camera? Aspen. She came right here. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. I'm actually in class for members. I'm in YouTube class. And it's in when it was, you know, we have a section about getting memberships and putting out more membership content for members only. I won a free sweatshirt so I'll have a YouTube sweatshirt, hoodie. That's pretty cool. But I've been going to class, and I skipped class today because I was too busy and I forgot about it. There's that. I missed class today. So what else is going on, guys? Anything else? Anything else? What else is going on? Thank you for the heart. Thank you, our RV Lifestyle. Thank you, thank you. So what else is going on? Anything else going on? What else is going on? I've got to paint. Camera. What are you saying, Avi, with camera? Good night, Dwayne. Good night. Everybody's so quiet. Why are we quiet now? Because I'm laying on the couch. La da 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 da. I bought these little sawhorses. Bill's here. Well, hi, Bill. I got 8 of those ones and 6 of the window ones. 6 of each. The top and the bottom are the regular plywood. Callie, thank you for the bronze medal. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, thank you. Do it by my lonely self. Paint. Doesn't anybody want to come paint with me? Come on now. I put the roller right inside of this baggie. You know, if it stays good if you put it inside of a bag. There's your little tip for the painter. And I put my paint thing inside of a garbage bag so it doesn't dry out. This stuff right here is primered, this white. And this one right here, the thick one, it couldn't be it's not primered ahead of time. So, there we got. That's what we got going on. It's gonna look so good. You don't like painting? You only got 68 cents left on your food card? Oh my goodness. Did you buy lots of good food though? I've got to putty all those little holes. I puttied some of them. If you see those holes, I had to putty the holes. And then, see, I got this putty. Wood putty. And then I have to paint it again over top of the wood stuff. There's a hole right there I missed. What the heck? Yeah. It's a lot of work. But it will be so nice when it's done. See, I didn't do the doors yet. Mostly junk food. What happens when you want to eat dinner and you don't have any dinner, you only have candy? Well, then what, Lester? Then you're going to go to your guardian and say, did you make dinner tonight? Yeah. Can I eat with you guys? Does she mostly cook for you? You don't know? Oh my goodness. Yeah. We've been live for 41 minutes. Loving your channel as always. Waya Chaka? Waya Chaka? Is that what your name is, Waya? Is it called Waya? Welcome in. Thank you for loving my channel. Terry Joe, what's up? How you doing? Everybody double tap the screen. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Peace. How are you? You look younger every time I see you. Really, Terry? Cyril, good morning. How are you? Did you sleep good, Cyril? Did you sleep good? You're in Alabama? Awesome. I'm coming down to Louisiana. In April. I've never been to Alabama. Never been to Mississippi, never been to Alabama. I don't know when, I don't know when I'm going to come that direction. But I'll be in Louisiana probably 3 to 4 weeks. I got some things I got to do down there. Louisiana. Mostly I cook myself. Okay. Well, I hope you have some good dinners ready for you. Esben. She's like, let me bring you my toy. My chew toy right here. It's chewed up. So what else is going on? What is everybody's plan for the rest of the week? Anything going on for the rest of the week? I'm going to be painting and putting the trim up. It'll probably take me, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks to get it all done, I think. Do you think it will take longer than that? I don't know. It took like 4 hours to get just what we did in the kitchen done so far. It shouldn't take too long for the living room, though, I don't think. Because, you know, it's pretty... Aspen, I don't want to play with your chew toy. Go get your ball if you want to play. Where's your ball? That one's too heavy. You got a meeting tomorrow? Well, you should go. Those are fun. Aspen, stop. Those chew toys are very, very heavy. Very, very heavy. A meeting. I have YouTube class. Well, I missed YouTube class today. I skipped class. I don't even know what it was about. I was gonna go. I was at Taco Bell. We had to go. We had to go to this home to the store. We had to go to the store, and then I had to pick up some things. And then I said, well, let's grab Taco Bell before we go back to the house and start working. And then I was at Taco Bell and my alarm went off, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot about the class. So I bet we got, after I get the tacos and sit down at the table, I'm gonna have to turn the class on. And then I started eating tacos and forgot about the class. And then by the time I got home, I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed my YouTube class. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to find out tomorrow if any of my friends. I've made some new friends. So, no, this whole house is my house. I asked my kids moved out many years ago. My kids moved out. And I got very, very sick and needed open heart surgery. I couldn't even walk from the garage. I couldn't even walk from the driveway to the house without having to take a break. I couldn't carry the groceries in. I couldn't mow the lawn. I couldn't clean up dog poop. I had open heart surgery. So you can't see right now because of this shirt that I have on, but I have scars all over my chest. I have a defibrillator. I called my kids and said, please come home. I need you guys to come home. Please, please, please come home and help me. I need you to help me for a couple years until I am capable of doing this stuff myself again. So thank God they came home to help Mama. I could not take care of my dogs. I could not even take care of myself, to be honest. I was very, very sick. I'm lucky to be alive today, so I'm very lucky to be alive today. And thank God my kids are still here with me. I would be very glad if they'd never leave. But I know they're gonna. But they had lots going on. My one son lived in Arizona. Yeah, there's lots going on. But they came home. I needed them to come home. And I'm okay. Well, I'm supposed to have another surgery, but I have declined the surgery at this point. Casey, hello, how are you? But I'm doing pretty good right now. Except my mitral valve is 76% blocked, and they want to go in and fix it. But I'm scared to go in and fix it. I almost didn't make it through the first surgery, so I don't want to get it fixed unless I have to, absolutely have to. So at this point, I'm not doing it. If it ever becomes life-threatening again, like it was the first time, then I'll do it. At this point, I'm living a pretty decent life. I can do all the things that I want to do. I can go hiking. I could just have to do it slower than someone else might have to do it. If we're going up an incline or lots of stairs, then I have to be very slow at it. Otherwise, I'm pretty much normal. Nobody even would know I was sick unless I'm going up an incline or going up lots of steps. So, there you go. There's your updated story. So yes, my kids still live here with me. Thank goodness they live here with me. I don't know I probably wouldn't be around if they didn't come home. Because I would have tried to do everything by myself and I was not capable of doing it. So they had to come home and take care of everything. Yep, there's your story. Any other questions? I'm doing very good right now. I feel great. I did not go back to work. I decided to retire. So YouTube is my job now. YouTube is my job. How old are my kids? 25 and 28. 25 and 28. Yep. Yeah, they're good grown kids. Two boys. I have two boys. And they, even though they live at my house, they do, they do their own thing. We're like, I'm not home. Right now I've been home I've been home for about 6 months. Mostly I'm never home though. I mostly travel quite a bit. I'm usually gone a lot, but I've had some things going on, so I've been home for a while. Anybody have any other questions? Any other questions? Remy wanted to snuggle. Remy wanted to snuggle. I travel alone, yeah. Yep. Most of the time I prefer to travel alone. Sometimes I go see some of my friends. I hang out with them sometimes. Mostly I like to be by myself. Oh, I'm careful. I have never, ever, ever had any problems when I'm traveling. Never had any problems. I'm very aware of my surroundings and I make smart choices. Freeway, respectfully, you stated you almost didn't make it after surgery. Was it the medication? Nope, I had open heart surgery. I had my left ventricle reconstructed. So they had to reconstruct my whole left ventricle. They had to take out a lot of tissue. My heart didn't. So when your left ventricle is your main pumper. And hey, Larry, how are you? Hey, Queenie. So when your heart pumps, it's pulling the blood through the flaps of the heart, right? And then your blood goes into your left ventricle and circles around the ventricle and the chamber, and then it goes out your mitral valve and squirts out when your heart to the rest of your body. My mitral valve is 76% blocked. But my muscles grew too thick in my left ventricles, so I had to have all that muscle tissue cut out so that the blood could flow through there. So basically what was happening when it would pump the heart and it was trying to pull the blood through the chamber, but there was no room in the chamber for the blood to flow. So it would pull it faster and faster and faster because it couldn't get enough. And then that's when it would squeeze me so bad and I would just drop to the ground in fetal position because it was so painful. So if you ever hear of people having chest pains, it's worse than having babies. Like, it's worse than having labor for kids. I couldn't even stay, it just dropped me to the ground when it happened. And so I had that all done. And afterwards, they couldn't get my heart to stay beating after the surgery. So I had to have a temporary pacemaker put in. So the pacemaker machine pumped my heart for me. It took 2.5 days for it to start pumping again. So then it started pumping again. And I had to have a suitcase. I had to carry around 3 suitcases. So I had 3 tubes coming out of my stomach. And one of them was a pacemaker, temporary pacemaker tube. So this machine was pumping my heart. And at that point, anyway, after it started pumping again, I redlined twice. So my heart stopped 2 different times when I was in the ICU. So the reason that I don't want to start again, the reason I don't want to have my surgery again. Okay, so basically, if they cut too much tissue out of your heart when they have the surgery, you can't live through it. So they don't try to cut too much tissue out, obviously, But if they don't cut enough tissue out, then you have to have another surgery. Because my surgery, even though my surgery helped me a lot, it was unsuccessful because they couldn't take enough tissue out of my mitral valve area. So, but once you start having multiple heart surgeries, you start having lots of scar tissue. Once you have lots of scar tissue, Remy, get down if you're going to be growling. We're not growling. You be nice. Aspen, stop. My dog is getting bored. You're going to get down if you're going to growl. We're not going to be growling. So once you start having scar tissue in your heart, then your heart is harder for it to beat right. You know, and then once once your scar tissue is built up, then you have to go to transplant, and I don't want to do that. So there's a girl that opened up the Hypertrophic Cardiomyopathy Association, and she is in the same situation. You know, she had 2 heart surgeries, and then she had to have a transplant. So she already had the transplant. There's lots of people that have the problem that I have with your heart. It's called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Basically, it's where your muscles grow too much in your left ventricle. You'll say a prayer. Thank you for sharing such a personal event. You're welcome. Definitely, I need lots of prayers. I didn't think I would be alive today, to be honest. I'm very thankful to be alive. So, you know, when you have those close of a calls, you definitely look at life a little differently, and you know, it's important to do the things that you love in life. Prior to all this going on, I was working nonstop. Working like crazy. So now I decided life is too short, and I was going to take off. I promised myself I would take off 2 years to enjoy life and do the things on my bucket list that I want to do before I leave the world. And that was 3.5 years ago. I'm like, I'm not ready to go back to work yet. I used to work nonstop. So I don't know. Right now I'm just working, doing YouTube and some little smaller jobs on the side. Aspen, put it down. Yeah, there you go. Any other questions? Why are we all talking about our hearts? Well, this is my channel, and that's what we choose to talk about, Doug. My heart, a lot, quite often. I'm feeling great. But we're just meeting new friends. New friends want to know more about us. How are you feeling, Doug? How are you feeling? Yeah. I don't mind talking about it. I think it's important that people understand what people go through when they have things like this, or a lot of people have different questions. She found the squeaker in that toy. How are you doing, Doug? Bye, toppers. Have a great day. Sleep well. You had a heart attack? 5 stents. I've never had a stent, so I'm not really familiar with how it is. But that sounds great. That sounds awful. So we're all, you know, lots of us have been through so much, and we're just lucky that modern medicine is amazing now. And we can live through that kind of stuff that we normally probably couldn't have in the past. You doing all right except for my knees? You want to do surgery on your knees, and I'm not going to do all that? Well, I'm just, they have to give you shots. Most of the time you have to have shots in your knees before your insurance will cover it. You know, you have to go through all the steps to prove that they don't work, and then your insurance will pay for the surgery. You just sent me a long list. I'm doing all right except for my knees. Well, I'm glad you're doing well, except for your knees, Doug. Into Is Razz your name? Razz is my name. Though God will know who I prayed for. Yeah, God will know who I am. Razz is my name. My channel's named Adventures with Razz. It just doesn't matter what I am, right? Burrs? I'm nice. That's what matters. We try to keep race and all that out of the live stream. Welcome in. How you doing? Burrs? Are you nice? That's all that matters. All I've been getting shots probably 3 years. You stopped, and now I'm just getting worse. Now I got to get the shots again. But my other doctor said he wanted to do knee surgery, and I said no. Why don't you want knee surgery? Well, you're looking at the wrong place. I'm not looking to get married, so you're not going to find a wife here. We don't let people hang out that are looking for mates in our live stream. Really, it's not a dating site. I got to under on Monday for kidney stones. Oh, really? Kidney stones? Those suck the worst. I'm good though. I've never had kidney stones, thankfully. My loss? Okay, if you say so. If you say so. I'm happily single, and I will remain that way unless something very unexpectedly happens. At Remy's snoring. You sleepy girl, huh? Yep, I do have good kids, thankfully. Thankfully, my kids were capable and able to come home when I needed them. They didn't have too much going on that they couldn't stop. You've never had a blueberry bagel? Are you serious? Bagels, yum. I don't know who Queenie is, though. Never? Oh my gosh, why? Do you like blueberries? Why haven't you had a blueberry bagel? I mean, I have one in my kitchen right now. Do you want to try it? Do you want to try it? Come on over. I do, but I haven't gotten the chance to try one. Go to the store and buy some blueberry bagels. You'll love them. I mean, I love blueberries. I love blueberries. I usually get the sweetened cream cheese spread. On your next shopping trip? Okay. Okay. Yum. Kusum, hi, how are ya? Welcome in. Welcome in. You've had plain bagels? Yeah, but plain bagels are nothing like blueberry. I also have a defibrillator talking about my heart. So if anybody's questioning about defibrillators, I do have a defibrillator, which when my heart stops, it will bring me back to life. I refused a defibrillator for about 8 years before I had to have one. After my heart surgery, they didn't give me a choice. I had to have it. Prior to that, it was a choice. It's been a minute since I had a bagel, though. I eat bagels once in a while. My youngest son loves bagels. They're like a good snack. This thickening of the arteries is your hereditary. It's thickening of the muscle tissue in your left ventricle. Is it hereditary? Yes, it is. No, I don't mind. I don't mind talking about it. I started streaming. I started streaming because of my heart. I used to be a workaholic and I worked and worked and worked like crazy. And I ran big companies, very, very busy, I was, I ran 70 group homes with 3 other women. I also was a guardian conservator for 300 clients with 5 other people. So I was very busy with intense jobs. And you go from that to staring at the wall because you had surgery and you can't move hardly. So that's when I started live streaming. So my live streams have always been open about my heart. It is hereditary, yes, but nobody in my family has these issues. But my dad's father was unalived before my dad was born, so it must have came from his side. I picked up a nitro. I don't know what that means. Nitro prescription yesterday. I refuse pain meds, so I don't know. That sounds like a pain med. Is it a pain med? I refuse pain meds. I don't take pain meds. You call that's inside you. They gave you one that was like a vest. You had to wear it. Well, I didn't have to, but they got him out. Nitroglycerin for heart pain. Oh, okay. Does it go under your tongue? I never had to have that when I've always refused pain meds. But like I said, when my heart would just stops a heart attack, I have never had to deal with that. But when my heart would squeeze, my chest would squeeze, it would drop me right to the ground. I couldn't even stay standing up. But I wasn't on any pain meds though. And I did refuse pain meds. When I was young, I was hit by a truck. I don't know. I've just been through lots of pain in my life, I guess. The chest pain prior to heart surgery was probably the most intense pain. Well, it is the most intense pain I've ever had. And after you have so much pain all the time, you just have a better tolerance, I guess. I don't know. I've never had to deal with heart attacks, though. I don't know what I don't know what it feels like. He got a mountain. Now the weather like a vest, actually. What are you talking about? Your dog, or what are you talking about, Doug? Aspen, you want to go outside? Okay. It's almost like putting on a bra, a chest. I don't some kind of vest, but I don't know what kind of vest you're talking about. Come on. Go outside. I have all that wood laying around, so it's hard for the dogs to maneuver around the house. I guess. I guess I'm not finished yet, Rusty. I'm not finished yet. Hi. It's a vest that you put on and it brings your heart back up. It's like you got built inside your body. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of a vest like that, so I'm not familiar. You just dozed off and now you woke up? Well, good morning, Lester. Yeah. Good morning. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different things that can go wrong with your heart, and there's all kinds of different. Oh, the defibrillator? Okay. All the paddles or whatever's inside you that brings your heart back. The defibrillator? I think one of your jobs is to tell heart issues to give other people hope. Maybe. No matter what's wrong with your heart, typically, no matter what's wrong with your body, modern medicine is amazing now. So thankfully, we live in today's world instead of, 50 years ago, they wouldn't have been able to keep us alive. You want to hear a story about my heart surgery? So prior to I was in so much pain all the time. I was in so much pain all the time that I wasn't even nervous about surgery. I either wanted to not live or get it fixed. There was, I just wanted to not live or get it fixed. It was that bad where I didn't even care if I was done. And people are always coming into I started live streaming. I was brand new at live stream, and everybody come in and say, "Aren't you nervous about your surgery?" I'm not nervous about my surgery at all. However, I want to know what's going to happen when they put the ventilator into my mouth and I wake up. And everybody's like, "Oh, you're not going to wake up with your ventilator in your mouth." And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna." Usually I have these visions in my mind, and when my visions come, it always happens. So many times. I'll have to tell you guys about some of my visions. But I said it's going to happen, and I want to know, am I going to try to take it out? What's going to happen? This is the craziest thing ever. And everybody's like, "You're not going to wake up. Everything's going to be fine." And then, like the day before my surgery, this guy comes into my live stream, and he's a respiratory therapist. Isn't that crazy? A respiratory therapist came into my live stream the day before my surgery. And he told me, if you wake up, you're going to realize that if you wake up, you're going to realize that the ventilator is in your mouth, and you're just going to relax and go back to sleep. So after surgery, I did wake up 2 times. So after surgery, I started becoming very crazy. I started becoming very physically abusive towards the nurses. I don't even remember it, but they had to put me back to sleep. So when I was waking up, I became crazy. Like I was freaking out on the nurses and trying to hurt them. So they had to put me back to sleep. And then the second time I woke up, so I was laying there and my eyes were closed, and my mom was talking to the nurse. I could hear my mom's voice, and my mom was there with me for the surgery. She was talking to the nurse, and she did not have her story right. Like, she was completely off filter of what, she didn't know what was going on. And I'm like, that's not what happened. In my mind, I'm thinking, that's not what happened. So I tried to talk. And I couldn't. And I'm like, what the hell? And I also couldn't open my eyes. I'd be like trying to open my eyes. My eyes were stuck shut. And I couldn't talk. And I was trying to talk. And I'm like, what the heck? Why can't I talk? I had these thoughts in my mind, but I couldn't bring them out of my mouth. And I'm like, oh yeah, the ventilator's in my mouth. That's why I can't talk. And then I just remembered the man telling me, when that happens, you're just going to relax and go back to sleep. So I relaxed and went back to sleep. But yes, I did wake up with a ventilator in my mouth. And nothing crazy happened. I didn't get any crazy feelings or any thoughts. I just thought, oh, why can't I talk? Why can't I open my eyes? Well, I couldn't open my eyes because I was I still had too much medication in me to wake up, but I could hear everything that was going on around me, but I couldn't participate. So there you go. There's the crazy story. I was very physically abusive towards the nurses when I first woke up, and I don't even remember it. The other crazy thing is, so I had the heart surgery, and then I had, then they were supposed to put the defibrillator in, and I'm like, well, when are you going to put the defibrillator in? I could tell you guys so much. So remember I told you I had a temporary pacemaker? A temporary pacemaker that paced my heart, because my heart wouldn't pace on its own for 2.5 days, and then it started pacing on its own. On day 5 in the hospital, I got to have my pacemaker taken out. And I'm like, so the doctor comes in and he's like, you're going to have your pacemaker taken out today. I'm like, well, what does that entail? Like, what's going to happen? He's like, well, let me tell you how it's going to happen. Because I always wanted to know what's going on. He said, there's going to be a nurse. So there's a wire that's sticking right out of my stomach, right down here. In the middle of my stomach, a wire sticking out. A metal, like a big piece of wire, thick wire. Probably about as thick as my finger. Okay? And he said like this. He said, okay, so there's going to be 2 nurses coming in, and one of them is going to go like this. And the wire is going to be sticking right here. So she's going to go like this, and she's going to push down as hard as she can on your stomach. And the other one is going to snip it off. And then she lets go, and everything is finished. I said, what? Are you serious? And he's like, yeah, that's how it happens. I said, you got to take it out. Why is it going to be? It's going to stay in my stomach? And he's like, yeah, it stays in your stomach. I'm like, can't you take it out? Like, can't you take it out when you got to put the defibrillator in? Because I knew I had to come back. I had to have a defibrillator. And he's like, it's, because there's a corkscrew in your heart. So when they put a defibrillator into you or a pacemaker in temporarily to keep you alive like that, they corkscrew the cork into your heart. And if you guys look at any of my videos, I don't know if I put my video over here. I don't know if I put it on YouTube, but it's on TikTok. If it's not over here, I don't remember if I've transferred it over here or not. Anyway, so they keep that. That's how it happens. And I'm like, well, when is it? I'm like, are you trying to freak me out or what? And he's like, no, that's really the way it happens. It's more dangerous for them to take it, for us to take it out than it is just to leave it. I'm like, so you leave it and it's still going to be in there forever? And he's like, yes, unless you're having problems with something because of it, it will stay in there forever. I'm like, well, when is this going to happen? He's like, in about 2 hours. I said, oh, hell no, it's not. It's going to happen within 10 minutes. You need to make it happen right now. Or else you're going to have to sedate me. He's like, let me see if I can make it happen. Because I started freaking out. I'm like, you're not going to give me anxiety and make me think about this for that long. Sure enough, that's exactly how it happens. The nurse comes in and pushes down on your stomach as hard as she can. And then the other one clips it off with like a wire clippers. That's the way it works. So and I've never had a problem with it. So the other thing is, I do have a defibrillator right now. And my defibrillator has a corkscrew in my heart. And you can see the corkscrew in my heart from the video, from the x-ray. And the only thing bad about having a defibrillator corkscrew in your heart is if you don't drink enough water. So when you don't drink enough water, so everybody, everybody's always saying, drink water, right? Are you hydrated or are you not hydrated? So when you don't drink enough water, so this is for the people. Is there anybody in the live stream that doesn't drink very much water? Who's in the live stream that doesn't drink very much water? Anybody? If you're not drinking water through your mouth, your body still needs water. You don't drink very much water? Rusty and Lester? Okay. Your body, your organs in your body need water to survive. And if you're not drinking it through your mouth, where do you think your body gets the water? You drink water all day? Awesome. Where do you think your body gets the water from if you're not drinking it? From your feces. I kind of joke around because if you ever have shitty thoughts, if you ever, sometimes we are going through life with some shitty thoughts. Technically, it could be really shitty thoughts because you're drinking your body. Your body takes the water from your poop if you're not drinking it. Okay, so anyway, one day I woke up. One day I was laying in bed and I woke up and I had the worst pain ever. It felt like somebody was inside of my body with a knife, poking me from the inside to the point where it would make me scream. It would make me scream, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's the matter? Something's the matter. I called my mom. And I said, I'm in the worst pain ever. I'm calling 911. And she said, call your doctor, call your doctor. So I'm like, okay, so I'll just call I have an emergency number that I can call so I can get right into the cardiac at Mayo Clinic. So I called there and they put me through to my doctor's nurse, and then my doctor's nurse got my doctor. Okay? So I got to talk to my doctor. You know, my doctor said, how much water did you drink yesterday? I'm like, probably not enough. Aspen, leave Remy alone, please. Remy, go lay on the couch if you don't want to be bothered. Go lay on the couch. Nope, go lay on the couch. Come on, go lay on the couch. How much water did you drink? How much water did you drink yesterday? I said, probably not enough. So if you don't drink the water, your heart shrivels up. So just like a grape and a raisin, your heart shrivels up a little bit. Enough to get that defibrillator corkscrew pin to pull on that. So that poker on the end of the corkscrew was poking me in the heart. You know, it's already screwed into my heart, but it was shrinking. My heart was shrinking from being dehydrated enough to make it pull on that corkscrew. So if you have any heart problems, you want to make sure you drink lots of water for sure. But anyway, you should always drink water because your kidneys, your liver, your heart, your brain, everything needs water. And you don't realize it until you have something like this happen. So, if you're wondering why you're always constipated, you're not drinking enough water. I've never had kidney stones at this point. But, I don't know. Any other questions? Let's make sure you're drinking your water. It's very, very, very important. You don't even realize how important it is until you become sick and you have something like this happen. Thank you. You got 2 bags, right? My son is grabbing all the garbage. Does anybody have any other questions? I love answering questions. It brings back so many fun memories, like, you're drinking water? As you're saying this, good job. Drink your water. It's so important. We don't even know how important it is. You know, when I was younger, when I was in like high school, I used to drink Mountain Dew like it was going out of style. I never drank water, ever. I always drank like Mountain Dew. That's all I drank, really, Mountain Dew. Now, I mostly only drink water. I don't drink much more than water. Oh, I drink coffee. I drink like 1 cup of coffee most days, but not all days. I'm not supposed to drink any caffeine at all, but I do. If I do drink too much, it makes me very jittery, and I can tell that I've drank coffee. Most people can't really tell that they drink coffee. But it escalates I still have a problem, and it's that my heart rate escalates fast My heart rate can escalate pretty fast. I haven't had a session where I talked about my heart very much. I harp at my family about drinking water. Sometimes they think I'm crazy. I'm a crazy old aunt, but I'm not going to stop. You can joke. I mean, I tease my live stream often. I haven't lately, but I do tease them often about their thoughts and the reason that their thoughts are not so great. You learned a lot? Well, I'm glad you learned a lot, Rusty. I'm here to share. I guess that's maybe one of my things I am here for. Because most people are scared to death when they have to have surgery. I wasn't scared at all. I was only scared about what's going to happen with the defibrillator waking up. And I don't know, I was fine if I didn't make it through. I either wanted it fixed or didn't want to make it through. Nowadays, I occasionally drink soda, but mostly drink lemonade and water. That's what I drink too. I drink Crystal Light, but I don't drink it full power. I drink it really, really watered down Crystal Light sometimes if I want some flavor in my water. Or sometimes I squeeze lemons or limes in my water. You drank mainly Dr. Pepper and other soda. I also drank Gatorade, other colored drinks, but hardly drank water in high school. In high school, I didn't ever drink water, but now I drink mostly only water. Mostly. Very fun. Yep, that's my experience. And now I just want to enjoy life. I don't know if I mean, thankfully I was a workaholic, or I wouldn't be able to afford my lifestyle right now without working. Why is my dog bored? Is that what you're talking about? She's calmed down now. Aspen is a sable German shepherd. She is from the Czechoslovakian line. She is a working class dog. Remy is not a working class dog. So Aspen is a very, very busy dog. That's why she's bored. She's very busy. She has a high drive. High drive for chasing things, high drive for anything energetic. I fermented pine needles to make soda. What? Razz, this is so off topic and you don't have to reply at this live, but you mentioned you have visions. You just your life or overall? I'll probably tell stories I do have visions. I have visions, but I don't get to choose my visions. I mean, we can go into it if you want to hear a little bit about it. But I do have visions and they're always true. They're always real. I'll just tell you the biggest one, okay? I'll tell you the biggest one, my vision. So I get visions and I get them quite often. And no matter what my visions are, they always come true. And I always tell people about them prior. I have so many. But one of the biggest ones. So I used to be a guardian conservator. Does everybody know what a guardian is? For those that don't know what a guardian is, a guardian is somebody who is responsible for making decisions for people who have been deemed incompetent to make decisions on their own by the court. So I'm hired by the court to make decisions for people that are incompetent to make their own decisions. So that might, there's many different reasons that people aren't making their own decisions. They might have developmental disabilities, physical disability, like traumatic brain injuries, elderly, drug addicts, all kinds of different types of people, all kinds of different diagnoses, all kinds of different situations. So my job is to to make their decisions for them. All their decisions for them, like who they can hang out with, where they're going to live, what their quality of care they need. So when I get a client, the court gives us a name and a phone number or an address of the client, tells us a little bit about their situation, and then we take, if we take on the case, we have to go find those people. So I'd have to go find the people, and then I'd have to assess their situations and decide whether they need to live in a group home or if they need to live in a nursing home, if they can live independently and have cares come in, if I can hire a nurse to come and take care of their So I got to assess situations like that. Okay, so there's lots of different kinds of things. Okay, so diagnose? No, I do not diagnose, but I do assess situations to see what their most minimum care is that they need. So when I was doing this for for my job, I was driving in my car nonstop across the state, nonstop all across the state. I don't know if you maybe heard me say something wrong, but I never said that I diagnose people. I do not diagnose people, but I do assess their situations. And a lot of times I had the police come with me. There's all kinds of situations. The police would assist me. The police would just stand back and watch, if I needed them, they would be there. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I do not diagnose people. Okay, but anyway, I'm on the road a lot. A lot. I was always driving around. So I had to go pick up one of my clients in this town, quite a ways, about 45 miles away, and I had to bring him to court. So we went to court. I went and picked him up, brought him to court. It was time to take him home after court, right? So I'm driving down the road, and I missed the turn, okay? I missed the turn that I need to go to his house. I'm driving down the road. I missed the turn. He said, "Where are you going? We're going the wrong way." I said, "I know. We got to stop and turn around." So the next exit, I stopped, turned around. So we're going the right way now. And when the next exit came, I stopped again and turned around again. He said, "We were going the right way, but now we're going the wrong way again." I said, "Today we're going this way. Today we're going this way." And I don't know, my mind would only focus on the one direction. I had to go that way. So I went the wrong way again. So now we're going down the wrong way. We're driving up a hill, down a road, down a curve, around a curve. Poof, right there. Head-on collision. Right in front of us. So I pull down into the ditch, pull down right into the ditch, tell him he needs to stay right in the car, and I got to go help the people. I'll be right back. Make sure you don't leave the car. I'm going to go help the people. So there's one of it. I went the wrong direction. I was the first person on scene. I'm not anything medical at all, but I have these visions in my head that train me instantly, I guess, at the moment. So I called 911, and I'm on the phone with 911, and I'm assessing all of the situations. One of the guys unalived in my arms. We lost one. I asked for 2 helicopters, and they sent them immediately. They didn't question me. They just sent them immediately. 2 helicopters. A pretty crazy bad scene. And when everybody started arriving, the fire trucks, the police officers, everybody, I just took over and told I was like giving orders to everybody. I don't typically, it wasn't me in charge of my mind at that point. I told everybody what to do, and everybody just followed through. Everything just went so smoothly, and I knew everything what to do at that moment. But I typically do not know that. I wouldn't know anything like that. So that's like probably the biggest one. that I get redirected into accidents and scene sites all the time. Have I ever drank kava? I have heard that it's a Hawaiian drink and a root drink. I've never drank it. But there's a lot of more details in that scene, but I don't really want to bring it all out. I can't really talk about it on the live stream. It's a root, a plant root that's grown in Hawaii, right? It's very windy, very, very windy. Any other questions? Yes, very windy. It's supposed to rain tonight, but it hasn't started raining, I don't think. I mean, it's not, my deck isn't full of rain yet, so. Someone else said it's raining in Minnesota, so different places in Minnesota are raining already. Some are not. Chuggins! Kava? Well, I probably wouldn't take kava. If it makes you feel like you have a buzz, that's not something I would take. I'm not allowed to drink or anything like that. Because my mitral valve is 76% blocked, I cannot drink alcohol. I would not want to be, I don't take meds. I won't take pain meds even if I'm in major pain because I don't want I don't like my mind to be fuzzy. I have too many medical problems. Why did you read their minds? What do you mean? I never read anybody's minds. My story is just about people. I don't know. I get these visions in my mind where I know what to do when I'm not that person. And like they will redirect me to accident scenes when I'm not supposed to be going that way, but I get redirected to accident scenes often. I called 911 7 times in 1 week. 7 different situations in 1 week. It's very common. It's very common that this kind of thing happens to me. However, I'm not in charge of it. I can't they come to me when they come to me. I can't some people think they're psychic or something. I'm not anything like that. It's just I just get redirected to different accident scenes and stuff and other things. There's other things too, but I don't really want to talk about too much on the live stream. Yeah, it's kind of crazy when it happens. And a lot of times, like I know that there's going to be something, I ran group homes and I would know ahead of time when things would happen to were going to happen to some people. And I would always tell somebody about it prior. Like I'd call my boss or call the nurse and tell her that this is what's going to happen with this person. And sometimes they thought I was crazy, but things really happen. The things that I would worry about would really happen. I have many, many, many friends that drink. Yeah, I have friends that drink. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's kind of just unexplainable, but I can't. Some people can make visions come to them when they want to, but I can't. It just pops in my brain when it wants to about whoever it happens with. I don't have control about that. Like if I'm gonna have a flight, another crazy instance is I told my mom I'm probably gonna be late. I'm probably gonna be late coming to your house, and she's like, "What? Why? What's going on?" And I'm like, "Well, I feel like I'm gonna get a flat tire or something today." Poof! I got a flat tire that day. Just weird things like that. But some of them are pretty serious. Some of them aren't. Tell them about kava. You don't think people know about kava? So if you go to Hawaii, so when I first started live streaming, I went to one of my friends. I don't know if you guys know Ellen that comes into my live stream. Ellen? When I first went to TikTok, when I first went to TikTok, Ellen is my friend that is now on YouTube, but she used to be on TikTok. And she's pretty good. She's pretty big on TikTok. And when I first went to TikTok, I always, anytime I go to a new app, I usually find somebody that's doing a really good job on the app and ask them if they will, like tutor me, give me direction. So I called Ellen and I said, Ellen, I need you to help me with, help me. What are your suggestions that you would do on, like help me become more popular on TikTok. I'm brand new. I need to learn everything I need to know. How do I get started? And she told me that I needed to find first of all, I needed to start making videos. I said, I don't know how to make videos. And she said, well, it's about time you learn. It's about time you learn, Razz. So she wanted me to start making videos. And then she also told me that I should find some of my interests, like 5 of my interests. Find some pick 5 of your interests. So if you want to start live streaming and doing TikTok or YouTube, something like this, or just write down 5 of your interests. So my interests were Hawaiian. I was in Hawaii at the time. And she said, 5 interests. I'm like, well, music, Hawaii or Hawaiians. I want to find some friends. There's different topics that are my interests. So anyway, Hawaiians were my interests. So I needed to find 10 people from each of my interests, and then start hanging out in their live streams and get to know them. So I found some Hawaiians that were in Hawaii, because I was in Hawaii on vacation at the time when I first started on TikTok. And so I found 10 Hawaiians that I went to their live streams to get to know them. And one of them was Damien Owai. Does anybody go to Hawaii? Does anybody know Damien Owai from Hawaii? I'm telling you why I know about kava. Okay, so Damien Owai is a very popular musician in Hawaii, and he live streams all of his music on TikTok. And he also is on YouTube. But he is a live streamer, and he live streams his music, and his job is to go from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant to restaurant, and he plays music for them while they're eating. He plays Hawaiian music and sings songs. Damien, Damien Awai. Awai. Go see him. He's awesome. He just has this positive. He sings popular songs that but he gives them a Hawaiian twist, and he plays a ukulele with the songs. He's really good. Anyway, so I got to know Damien very well, and Damien sings songs at the kava bar. Is Damien, Damien. His last name is Awai. And he drinks kava at the kava bar. So in Hawaii, they have you go to the bar and have alcohol. In Hawaii, they have kava bars where you just go there and drink kava. Have you read Here One Moment about a woman that predicted certain incidents while she was an actuary by profession, but crossed somewhere into her life? I've not ever read that, but that's kind of sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. Yeah, go hang out with him. Tell him Razz sent you. But that's how I know about kava from Damien. So that's a great, if anybody wants to start a YouTube channel, that's a great way to get started. write down 3 to 5, 3 to 5 of your interests and go meet people that are doing those interests. So then you'll get to know them. If you go to their live streams over and over and over, you start getting to know them and all their friends, and then you have people, then you start becoming friends in the groups of things that you have interests in. And so I used to, when I first started, that was years ago. No, well, that was many years ago now. But I used to hang out in Damien's live stream almost every single night. He plays good music. Like Hawaii has a 5-hour time difference from us. So when I'm relaxing and getting ready for bed, I can listen, I can watch the sun. I can watch the sun. You can watch the sun go down in Hawaii when you're getting ready for bed in America, up in the inland America. Throttle therapy. Jesus loves you. Well, I try to stay positive. I'm a pretty positive person. Partly based on a real person in northern Michigan. I seem to remember, but great, easy reading. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I don't know. It just happens to me. I just get these very prominent thoughts in my brain, and they always are real. But I can't control them. I can't try to get them. They just come when they want to come. Some people will ask me, well, can you tell me something that's going to happen to me? No, I can't. It just comes when it comes. Sometimes it's about people I know, and sometimes it's not. A lot of times it's about incidents that are going to happen. But accidents, I get rerouted to accidents quite a bit. Lots of stories tonight. Anybody else have any questions? Any questions about Razz? I hope everybody's having a good night. Baby, there's no babies in this house, Daryl. How you doing? My name is Razz. Call me Razz. Where are you from? I love rocks. I collect rocks. When I go on vacation, I always grab a rock when I come home, before I come home. I can't sing really good, but I can sing. I can sing, but I might not sound good. Iowa, well, I'm up in Minnesota. I'm your neighbor, Daryl. Perhaps you should write a book of your life experience, since no more work. Well, most of yeah, maybe. I mean, I do have a lot of experiences from all of the jobs that I've had. Michigan has some fire rocks I want to collect. I've never heard of a fire rock before. I just collect rocks that I think are pretty cool. I am your neighbor. How's the weather? Windy, very windy. Do I vacation just for rocks? Do you? Do you go vacationing for rocks? I'll show you some of my rocks. I have quite a few rocks. Let me see if I can turn on my light in this room. I don't know if I can. You used to live in Grand Rapids? I don't know which drawer they're in. Here they are. My treasures. See, I have rocks. These ones are from Hawaii. They look kind of like brains. You see them? This is from Hawaii. You're not supposed to take rocks from Hawaii, but I did take 3. First time I ever went to Maine. This is a rock from Maine. Here's one from New Hampshire. Boston. I'm painting the trim. See, I'm remodeling my house. Anyway, I have some cool rocks. I also have some coral. A couple shells. So, yep, I do like rocks, see? This last time I went up to Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, I got bigger rocks. I'll show you them. Hold on. Here's some more coral. I don't know, I just like what I like. There's no rhyme or reason for it, though. It just is what it is. All right, I'll show you my new ones. I'll show you my new ones. So the first time I went to Maine, I went to Acadia National Park and I fell and broke my collarbone. So I didn't get to finish my vacation there. See, right here they are. I put them in my videos now, so if you watch my videos, you'll be able to see where I got the rocks from. I put the rocks in my video. And there's another one up here. I'm going to put these ones in my garden, the bigger ones. I've only got 3 big ones. One's from Maine, one's from New Hampshire, and one's from Massachusetts. But you'll have to watch the videos to find out where they're from. Yeah. There you go. A random thing that I do collect rocks. But I put them in my videos, so you'll have to watch the videos to see. Looks like a museum rock, really? You like my rocks? Wow, very fun. Very fun. I'll be the first to buy and read. Oh, my book? Actually, as you are a YouTuber, you can give snippets of chapters with the assistance of AI. It would be easier to compile. I don't know if I'd ever... A lot of my stories are like my visions that I get. A lot of them are, you know, I guess I could give snippets of them, but I don't really share. A lot of them I don't share. Yeah. Well, we like to go on lots of adventures. I love to travel. I travel a lot. We went to 26 states last year. This year we haven't went to any yet, but we are going to be traveling this year quite a bit. But I have some things I got to finish up before I can go. What? You want to go outside again? Do you know what she gets? Look at her. Do you know why she wants to go outside? She wants to go run the perimeter of the deck so she can see if there's any fox or rabbits or squirrels. Watch. All she's going to do is run around the... Well, she didn't even do it this time. She usually runs around the deck perimeter to see if there's any animals out there. That's all she does. She wants to see the squirrels or the rabbits or the fox. Pictures are cool, but rocks are forever. travel. I like rocks. Yeah. You have a Belgian? And he's raccoon checking too? Aspen will take off running. The problem with her, you know, most German Shepherds are territorial and they'll stay right in the yard. She's still a baby. She's only 10 months old, but she'll just take off. And she'll chase it 2 blocks away if it runs 2 blocks away. So now I have to keep her on a leash all the time. When she was a little younger, I didn't keep her on a leash. You know, she just stayed right by me. And then all of a sudden, one day, poof, she's gone, chasing after the rabbit. My other German Shepherd, Remy, she doesn't ever have to be on a leash, really. But I do walk her on a leash if there's people around. But she'll always be right next to me. A possum. Possums are pretty harmless. But dogs can sense things one can't even see. Yeah, they can. But they also look for things to chase. She loves to chase. Aspen loves to chase. And I cannot keep her in the yard. That's very uncommon for a German Shepherd. Yeah, yeah. Well, guys, guess what? I haven't painted. I haven't even been painting at all. I probably should get off the live stream so I can get back to painting. We're working on trim. And my worker's coming tomorrow, and I'm not going to have anything painted. See where we're putting up the trim? It's just started. And I had to go buy more wood. So now I got to put them up there and paint them. That's what is on my hands. Paint. Aspen! Come on! All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being awesome friends and hanging in the live stream with me. But I'm going to get off the live stream right now. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. We are working on getting this trim done in the house. When that is, it shouldn't take too long. Probably, I'm thinking it might take like up to 2 weeks probably to get the whole house finished. And then we'll probably be traveling after that. Sandra, good night. So thank you guys so much for being awesome. Make sure you double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed, and I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Sleep well.